Have you ever considered that the very room you trust for comfort and recovery might quietly be working against you? For those of us over 65, the bedroom should be the safest place in the house, a sanctuary where the body repairs itself after the day's effort. Yet, research and real-life stories reveal a hidden truth. Certain everyday items in this quiet space can silently disrupt your sleep, strain your memory, and put extra stress on your heart. In this video, I'll guide you through 5 commonly overlooked sources of radiation in the bedroom that may slowly weaken your body. More importantly, I'll share simple, practical steps to restore deeper rest and protect your health. These changes require no expensive gadgets or complicated routines, just a bit of awareness and care. Stay with me until the end, because even changing one small thing in your bedroom can bring you better sleep, steadier energy, and clearer, more refreshing mornings. Let's begin. Number 1, the hidden danger of digital alarm clocks. Your bedroom should be a place of healing, where your body can truly rest. But for many seniors, especially those over 65, a small object quietly sitting on the nightstand may be disrupting that process: the digital alarm clock. This familiar device, used for decades, can be more harmful than it appears. Most digital clocks that plug into the wall give off electromagnetic fields, EMFs, invisible energy waves that radiate as long as the clock is running. When the clock is placed just inches from your pillow, your brain and nervous system are exposed to this constant low-level stress all night. Younger bodies often adapt without noticeable problems, but as we age, our cells lose some of their ability to repair damage, making us more vulnerable to environmental stress like EMFs. Think about those mornings when you wake up with a dull headache, heavy eyes, or a lingering mental fog, even after a full night's sleep. Many people assume this is just part of aging. But what if the real cause is that glowing clock right beside your head? Take Evelyn, a 73-year-old retired teacher from Oregon. She lived a healthy life, early to bed, no caffeine in the evenings, and even meditation before sleep. Yet, she woke up exhausted every day, plagued by headaches and fatigue. Doctors found nothing wrong. Then she read about EMFs and realized her clock had been only a foot from her head for years. Curious, she replaced it with a simple battery-powered clock and moved it across the room. Within days, she was sleeping soundly again. The headaches vanished. The fog lifted. She said it felt like someone had pulled back a curtain she hadn't even known was there. Science supports what Evelyn experienced. Studies show that nighttime EMF exposure can suppress melatonin, the hormone that regulates your sleep cycle and also protects your immune system as a natural antioxidant. When melatonin is reduced, you may feel tired, foggy, and more vulnerable to illness. The good news is the solution is simple: replace your digital alarm clock with a battery-powered one, or at least place it several feet away from your bed. This single change can greatly reduce harmful exposure, relieve nighttime stress on your body, and improve the quality of your sleep. Often, it's the smallest details that create the biggest difference. For seniors, giving the body a calmer, quieter environment at night can mean waking up with more clarity, energy, and peace. One silent factor many people overlook is the impact of Wi-Fi routers and wireless devices. For many older adults, the bedroom is meant to be a sanctuary, a quiet refuge where the mind can drift into deep rest. Yet more and more seniors have noticed that even when they go to bed early, they wake up feeling groggy, mentally cloudy, or emotionally drained. One often missed culprit is the Wi-Fi router humming away nearby. Wi-Fi routers release radio frequency waves around the clock. These signals may seem harmless, but when placed near the bedroom, they can surround the body in a constant stream of low-level radiation. For people in their 70s or 80s, the effects can be stronger because the body's natural defenses are no longer as strong as they once were. One of the most important of these defenses is the blood-brain barrier, a delicate filter that protects the brain from harmful substances. As we age, this barrier becomes weaker, leaving the brain more vulnerable to outside stress. Consider Stanley, a 71-year-old retired engineer from Michigan. He loved technology and kept up with the latest gadgets. His Wi-Fi router sat on his bedroom dresser, just a few feet from where he slept. Over time, he noticed troubling changes. He misplaced his keys, repeated stories to his wife, mixed up appointments, and even began feeling chest flutters and dizziness. His cardiologist found no major issues but asked him a simple question that changed everything: "Where is your router at night?" Stanley moved his router to his home office downstairs and plugged it into a timer that switched it off each night. Within weeks, his sleep improved, the chest flutters disappeared, and his memory became sharper. His wife noticed he was livelier at breakfast, more alert, and more himself again. At his next appointment, his cognitive test scores had improved by nearly 30%. The lesson is clear: the constant presence of Wi-Fi in the bedroom may not stop you from falling asleep, but it can prevent your body from reaching the deep, restorative stages of rest. The fix is simple. Move your router to another floor or at least to the farthest corner of your home. If moving it isn't possible, use a timer to shut it off during the night. You'll still enjoy the convenience of wireless internet during the day while giving your body the healing quiet it needs at night. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights helpful, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any upcoming videos. Your support helps us continue creating meaningful content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward to number 3, the overlooked risk of plug-in air fresheners. Many people find comfort in a bedroom that smells fresh and inviting. For older adults, especially those living alone, a light fragrance becomes part of their nightly routine, a small detail that makes the room feel safe and pleasant. Yet hidden behind that pleasant aroma can be a mix of chemicals and radiation that quietly burden the body. Plug-in air fresheners, found in countless homes, work by slowly releasing fragrance oils into the air. While they fill the room with scent, they also release volatile organic compounds, VOCs, microscopic particles that can irritate the lungs and airways. This becomes even riskier during sleep, when breathing slows and deepens. On top of that, these devices emit electromagnetic fields, EMFs, as long as they are plugged into the wall. For seniors, whose lungs are naturally more sensitive and whose healing systems work more slowly, this double burden can be especially harmful. Take Virginia, a 77-year-old widow from Florida. She filled her home with lavender-scented plug-ins, even placing one right beside her bed. Over time, she developed a scratchy throat and a persistent cough that no medication or humidifier seemed to fix. She blamed allergies or the weather, until she spent a week at her daughter's house, where there were no air fresheners. Her cough eased, her chest felt lighter, and she woke up more refreshed. When she returned home, her daughter encouraged her to remove the plug-ins and try natural alternatives. They placed small bowls of baking soda around the rooms and used cotton balls with a few drops of essential oil, kept far from the bed. Within days, Virginia's breathing improved and her sleep became deeper and more peaceful. Science now confirms what Virginia experienced. Studies have shown that plug-in air fresheners can release chemicals such as formaldehyde, benzene, and phthalates, substances linked to respiratory irritation and long-term health risks. When combined with the steady EMFs from the device, the impact on senior health can be significant. The solution is simple and gentle: unplug these devices, especially those in the bedroom. If you enjoy fragrance, use natural options like dried herbs in a sachet, a few drops of essential oil placed across the room, or small bowls of baking soda to absorb odors. By making this small change, you free your lungs from unnecessary stress and allow your body to rest more fully through the night. Sometimes, the smallest decisions, like what we choose to plug into the wall, carry the greatest weight for our health. In later years, every breath matters, and creating a cleaner, calmer bedroom can mean the difference between restless nights and mornings that begin with true ease. Now, let's move to number 4. The hidden dangers of electric blankets and heating pads. On a cold night, nothing feels more inviting than slipping into a bed already warmed by an electric blanket or resting stiff joints on a heating pad. For many seniors, these devices seem like simple comforts that make sleep easier. Yet beneath that cozy warmth lies an invisible risk. Electric blankets and plug-in heating pads work by running electrical currents through wires woven into fabric. Those currents generate heat, but they also create electromagnetic fields that surround the body for hours at a time, pressed directly against the skin. You may not notice it immediately. You may simply wake up with stiff joints, lingering muscle aches, or even a racing heartbeat. Many people chalk this up to normal aging. But the truth is that long-term, close-range exposure to low-level EMFs during sleep can quietly stress the body. And as we age, our ability to regulate inflammation declines. What younger adults might shrug off, seniors often feel as aching joints, fatigue, or unsettled sleep. These hidden effects can quietly appear as aching bones, restless nights, or a heart that never quite feels steady. Dorothy, a 75-year-old retired nurse from Minnesota, learned this lesson firsthand. Winters in her hometown were bitter, and for years she kept her electric blanket running all night. Gradually, she began to notice more morning stiffness, muscle soreness, and irregular heartbeats. Doctors found no urgent problems, but Dorothy couldn't shake the feeling something was off. After reading about EMF exposure, she decided to try a simple experiment. She packed away her electric blanket and instead layered her bed with flannel sheets, a thick wool comforter, and a down mattress pad. On especially cold nights, she slipped a hot water bottle at her feet. Within 3 weeks, her heart palpitations stopped, her joints loosened, and she woke up feeling more rested than she had in years. Research supports her experience. Environmental health studies show that extended EMF exposure during sleep can raise inflammatory markers in older adults by more than a third. This kind of silent inflammation doesn't always announce itself with sharp pain, but it slowly wears down the body's resilience, affecting everything from arthritis to cardiovascular health. Thankfully, safe alternatives are easy. Natural fibers like wool, flannel, or fleece trap body heat without electricity. Hot water bottles or cloth bags filled with rice, warmed before bed and removed once you climb in, provide soothing heat without radiation. And if you must use an electric blanket, limit it to warming the bed before sleep, then unplug it once you're under the covers. The truth is, real comfort isn't only about warmth, it's about safety, restoration, and peace of mind. In later years, your body deserves sleep that heals, not sleep interrupted by unseen stress. By choosing natural warmth, you honor both your comfort and your health. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights helpful, please comment, number 4, below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any upcoming videos. Your support helps us continue creating meaningful content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move to number 5, the quiet risk of charging phones by your bedside. For many of us, the phone has become a constant companion. It serves as an alarm clock, a way to stay connected with loved ones, or a source of late-night entertainment. But when that phone rests just inches from your head all night, charging by your bedside, it may be introducing a quiet but steady source of stress to your body. Mobile phones emit electromagnetic radiation whenever they are turned on, and when they charge, the flow of electricity adds another layer of exposure. This is especially concerning for older adults. With age, the brain's natural defenses weaken, the body's ability to repair itself slows, and sleep becomes more fragile. What once seemed harmless in younger years may now affect your rest, concentration, and even mood. Some seniors notice waking with headaches, foggy thoughts, or restless sleep, never realizing their phone placement might be playing a role. Consider the story of George, a 68-year-old grandfather from Ohio. For years, he kept his smartphone charging right on his nightstand, often falling asleep with it just a few inches from his head. Over time, he began to notice frequent morning headaches, irritability, and a strange restlessness that no change in routine seemed to fix. His doctor found no major health issues but encouraged him to reduce nighttime electronic exposure. George decided to charge his phone in the living room instead of the bedroom and bought a simple battery-powered alarm clock. Within just 2 weeks, he was falling asleep faster, waking up without headaches, and feeling more focused throughout the day. Science is beginning to echo what George and many others have experienced. Studies show that nighttime exposure to electromagnetic fields can suppress melatonin, the hormone responsible for guiding the body into deep, restorative sleep. When melatonin levels remain low, sleep becomes lighter, the immune system weakens, and the body's ability to recover from daily stress declines. The fix is simple. If you rely on your phone alarm, place the device at least 6 feet from your bed, or better yet, in another room. Switch to a basic alarm clock that runs on batteries instead of electricity. Set your phone to airplane mode at night to reduce unnecessary signals and allow your body the quiet it needs for genuine rest. Your bedroom should be a sanctuary, a place where healing can happen without interference. Charging a phone right beside your pillow might seem harmless, but over time it can chip away at the very rest your body depends on. Protect your nights by keeping technology at a distance, and you may find your mornings brighter, your mind clearer, and your body more at ease. Final thoughts. As we grow older, we begin to understand that health is not shaped only by big decisions like diet and exercise, but also by the quiet details of daily living. The bedroom, a place we trust for rest, can either work for us or quietly work against us. Items like digital clocks, Wi-Fi routers, plug-in air fresheners, electric blankets, and even charging phones may seem harmless. Yet they release steady signals and substances that place unnecessary stress on an aging body. The good news is that none of this requires fear, and none of it demands expensive solutions. It only calls for awareness and a few thoughtful choices. Move your clock farther away. Switch off your router at night. Replace plug-in air fresheners with natural options. Trade electric blankets for layered bedding. Charge your phone in another room. These small acts of care can bring back deeper rest, clearer mornings, steadier energy, and a greater sense of peace in your home. At this stage of life, every breath matters. Every night of sleep matters. And every choice that reduces hidden stress gives your body more strength to repair itself. You have carried yourself through many challenges, and you deserve nights that truly restore. By making even one small change tonight, you give yourself the gift of rest that heals. Thank you for joining us today. We would love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating meaningful content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.